Picture this. You're Marcus Aurelius, emperor of the most powerful civilization in history, and someone just called your latest policy absolute garbage. Do you execute them? Banish them? Cry into your imperial pillow? Nope. You thank them. Welcome to the mind-bending world of Stoic criticism management, where every attack becomes your secret weapon for greatness. The paradox of power. Imagine you're piloting a starship through hostile territory. Every laser blast hitting your shields doesn't weaken you. It actually strengthens your defensive matrix. This isn't science fiction. It's exactly how the Stoics approached criticism. Epictetus, who went from slave to philosophical superstar, discovered something revolutionary. The more people attacked his ideas, the clearer those ideas became. Think of criticism as cosmic radiation. In space, it's deadly. But with the right shielding, Stoic philosophy, it becomes fuel for your personal reactor. The mirror technique. Marcus Aurelius had a secret weapon that would make any modern psychologist jealous: the philosophical mirror. When senators criticized his military strategies, instead of defending himself, he'd ask, "What if they're right? What am I missing?" Picture this like a holographic training simulation. Every criticism becomes a new training scenario, revealing weaknesses you never knew existed. Here's the kicker. Even false criticism teaches you something valuable. It shows you how others perceive your actions, giving you data about communication gaps you need to bridge. It's like having a 360-degree radar system for personal growth. The emotional firewall. Seneca, Rome's wealthiest philosopher, faced constant attacks from jealous rivals who called him hypocritical for preaching virtue while living in luxury. His response? He built what we might call an emotional firewall, a mental barrier that filtered incoming criticism. Think of it like advanced spam filtering for your brain. Valid criticism gets through and helps you improve. Invalid attacks get quarantined and deleted. The secret code? Ask yourself, is this person trying to help me grow, or are they projecting their own insecurities? If it's the former, you've got gold. If it's the latter, you've just learned something valuable about human psychology. The perspective engine. Here's where Stoicism gets almost supernatural. The ancient philosophers discovered they could manipulate time and perspective like characters in a sci-fi movie. When facing harsh criticism, they'd zoom out, way out. Imagine viewing your life from orbit, then from the edge of the solar system, then from another galaxy. Suddenly, that scathing review of your work looks like a tiny blip in the vast cosmic dance. But here's the genius part. This wasn't about dismissing criticism. It was about right-sizing it. Important feedback still matters, but the emotional sting? That evaporates in the vacuum of deep space perspective. Marcus Aurelius called this the view from above. Modern psychology calls it cognitive reframing. We call it awesome. The growth algorithm. The Stoics accidentally invented the world's first artificial intelligence algorithm for personal growth. Step 1, receive criticism input. Step 2, run it through the logic processor. Step 3, extract valuable data. Step 4, implement upgrades. Step 5, repeat. Epictetus literally treated his students like debugging partners. When they pointed out flaws in his reasoning, he'd light up with excitement. Excellent! You found a bug in my philosophical code. This wasn't masochism. It was mathematical precision applied to human development. Every criticism became a data point in his continuous self-improvement program. The immunity system. Think of your ego like your immune system. When it's weak, every criticism feels like a deadly virus. But when it's strong through Stoic training, criticism becomes like a vaccine. It actually makes you stronger. Seneca deliberately exposed himself to criticism by publishing his letters. He knew that public scrutiny would force him to refine his ideas, and live up to his own standards. It's like intentionally getting small doses of a virus to build immunity. The more quality criticism you process, the more resilient you become to both valid feedback and baseless attacks. The result? You develop what we might call criticism superpowers. The ability to extract value from any interaction, no matter how hostile. The practical application. Ready to deploy these ancient technologies in your modern life? Here's your step-by-step mission protocol. When criticism hits, pause for exactly 3 seconds. This activates your prefrontal cortex and deactivates your amygdala, basically switching from emotional mode to analytical mode. Next, run the criticism through the Stoic filter. What can I learn from this? What truth might be hidden here? How can this make me better? If the criticism passes the filter, integrate the lesson. If it doesn't, file it under interesting human behavior and move on. Remember, your goal isn't to win arguments, it's to win at life. And criticism, properly processed, is premium fuel for that journey. Here's the final plot twist that would make even the best sci-fi writers jealous. The Stoics discovered that by embracing criticism, they gained an almost unfair advantage over everyone else. While others waste energy defending their egos, you're busy upgrading your actual capabilities. While they're stuck in emotional loops, you're evolving at light speed. Marcus Aurelius didn't just rule an empire, he optimized it using feedback from critics, allies, and enemies alike. Seneca didn't just accumulate wealth, he refined his philosophy through constant public scrutiny. They turned criticism into their secret weapon. And now, 20 centuries later, their names echo through history while their critics are footnotes. The ultimate irony? By learning to use criticism as fuel, you become uncriticizable. Not because you're perfect, but because you've transcended the need for perfection. You've become something far more powerful. A learning machine that gets stronger with every challenge. That's not just stoicism. That's evolution in real time.